Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Broken-hearted Kelly Jo Bates breaks silence over Papa Bill's passing. Kelly Jo Bates of Bringing Up Bates fame recently opened up about a recent loss that has impacted the family, the passing of beloved family patriarch, Papa Bill Bates. Taking to social media, she talked about the devastating news in a lengthy post, touching on Papa Bill's final days. Fans have also been sharing their own condolences and other words of comfort with the family. Bringing Up Bates is an Up TV series that revolves around Gil and Kelly Jo Bates and their family. This includes their 19 children, in addition to at least 30 grandchildren. The show originally ran from 2015 to 2021, lasting 10 seasons. Prior to the Up TV series, fans previously saw the family in their own 2012 TLC series, United Bates of America. Recently, Kelly Jo took to Instagram to break her silence over a heartbreaking loss for the family. Gil's father, Bill Bates, affectionately known as Papa Bill, had passed away. Bill's passing was confirmed by the McDougald Funeral Home. As the website noted, William Gilvin Bill Bates, 86, of Honeopath, SC, passed away peacefully at the Rainey Hospice House on May 13, 2025. Since then, Kelly Jo has also opened up about the news in a post on social media. Taking to Instagram, she wrote, "I've put off making this post for several days. My heart was so broken that it just seemed too difficult to even write out the words that Papa Bill has passed away. It's almost impossible to imagine our farm visits without Papa Bill's laughter and smiles to welcome us. Today, my sons carried his coffin out of the church, and I felt like a huge part of me went out right alongside of him. My last year has been spent on road trips back and forth to the farm to help with Papa, making some of the best memories I could have ever hoped to have. When I sat down at the graveside this afternoon, sweet Mama Jane leaned over to thank me, and I broke down crying because I realized I just didn't want those days of caring for Papa to end. How I wish I could have one more day to sit by him." Kelly Jo also touched on all of the things she would miss about her father-in-law. She noted, "The stories he used to tell, the wise advice he often gave, the talks on the porch we shared will all ring through my mind for the rest of my life. Papa is unforgettable, and he has left us with a huge treasure of wisdom and memories and love. Though I feel like we've lost him way before we were ready, I know that we were so very blessed to have had such a hero in our lives. We grieve deeply, but we're also deeply filled with gratitude for him." As she concluded the post, Kelly Jo also thanked fans for their support and asked for prayers for her mother-in-law. As she wrote, "Thank each of you for the outpouring of comments and love that you have extended to our family. Please continue to pray for Mama Jane." The carousel post was filled with different photos of Papa Bill. He could be seen with his wife, different members of his family, and even giving his daughter-in-law a warm embrace. Fans took to the comments to share their own condolences over the news. A few even suggested various poems and Bible verses to the family as words of comfort. Others also shared that they were happy to have gotten to know him through the show. Some comments included, "Thank you for sharing Papa Bill with us. He became our Papa Bill too. What a precious soul. We do not grieve like those who have no hope, yet we grieve. Prayers for you all. This is heartbreaking. His smile shows peace in knowing where he's headed. Prayers ascending for you all, especially Mama Jane." 1 Thessalonians 4:17. So very sorry for your loss. When you find a moment, please read the poem, "When Tomorrow Starts Without Me" by David M. Romano. It is one my father used to read as chaplain of our volunteer fire depot, and is beautiful. Prayers to your entire family. Did you watch Papa Bill on Bringing Up Bates? Make sure you come back to TV shows Ace for all the latest reality TV Set
and
a little more
news.
gently the evening Kelly Jo Bates finally found the words. For days the world around her had spoken in hushed tones and soft embraces, trying to fill the unspeakable space left by the passing of her beloved father, William Papa Bill Callahan. But grief has no roadmap, and for Kelly Jo, usually the heart and soul of her large, vibrant family, this was a silence she didn't quite know how to break. Until now. "I still can't believe he's gone," she began in a tender Instagram post late Monday night, her words scrawled beneath a weathered black and white photograph of Papa Bill smiling under a Tennessee sun, a Bible in his hand and a grandchild tucked under his arm. He was our anchor, our prayer warrior, our storyteller. My heart feels like it's split wide open. Papa Bill, a humble man known for his kind heart, wise words, and unwavering faith, passed away earlier this week at the age of 84. He was not a television star, not a man who sought the limelight. But those who watched the Bates family grow over the years I'm bringing up Bates knew him as the quiet strength behind Kelly Jo's boundless love and resilience. He was the father who taught her how to listen more than she spoke, to love without condition, and to hold tightly to faith, even in the darkest of nights. As tributes poured in from across the country, fans, friends, even strangers who'd heard stories of Papa Bill's steadfast character, Kelly Jo remained silent. Not out of absence, but because the grief was too raw, the words too elusive. When I tried to write something, I'd end up sobbing instead, she shared. I'd open the Notes app on my phone, type a sentence, and then delete it. Nothing felt like enough. How do you sum up a man like my daddy in words? Kelly Jo's tribute, when it finally came, wasn't a press release or a polished post, it was a love letter. A thread of memories stitched together with tears and tenderness. She wrote about summer evenings when Papa Bill would sit on the porch swing and sing old hymns in a voice like worn leather, about how he never missed a birthday and how he called every grandchild his favorite, with a mischievous twinkle in his eye. She recalled the way he prayed, slowly, deliberately, like every word mattered. His prayers could stop time, she wrote. They were never rushed. He didn't just say words, he spoke them like he believed God was standing right there with him. And honestly, I think he was. The post, which quickly garnered thousands of comments, revealed a side of Kelly Jo rarely seen, the daughter grieving her first hero. Known on television and in life for her gentle spirit and unfailing optimism, she let the veil fall away in those 100 lines of heartfelt remembrance. She spoke of the last phone call, that I love yous that linger now like an echo. She spoke of the hospital visits, the quiet strength her mother showed, and the bittersweet gift of being there in those final moments. He squeezed my hand, she wrote. Even then, he was comforting me. For a family rooted in faith, death is never the end. But even hope, Kelly Jo admitted, doesn't take away the ache. I know he's with Jesus. I know he's whole and joyful, but I miss him. I miss his voice. I miss the way he'd wink when he gave advice, like he knew you probably weren't gonna follow it anyway. In the days since her post, the Bates family has drawn even closer together. Siblings have flown in from across the country, meals have been shared, and stories have flowed like healing balm over aching hearts. Daddy would have loved this, she said in a follow-up video. He loved when we were all together. It was his favorite sound. Laughter layered over more laughter. But beneath the laughter is a void, a Papa Bill-shaped absence that will be felt at every holiday, every Sunday dinner, every time the family joins hands in prayer, and he isn't the one starting it off. And yet, through it all, Kelly Jo has chosen grace. She's chosen to honor her father not just with words, but with the life she continues to live. He taught me to love well, she said simply, so that's what I'm gonna do. She's shared plans to create a small scholarship fund in her father's name at their local church. A way, she says, to pass on his legacy of kindness and faith. He didn't have a lot of money, she laughed through tears, but he gave everything he had. Time, wisdom, encouragement. I want to do the same. In a culture that often rushes past grief, Kelly Jo's vulnerability has struck a chord. Her story, one of heartbreak, faith, and deep familial love, is a reminder that even in sorrow, beauty remains. That's sometimes the most powerful tribute we can offer our loved ones is to keep going, keep loving, and keep believing.